Happy Sunday. So today we're going to go ahead and finish off our Thanksgiving turkey. So what I did is I have some of those jumbo hefty bags. I think it's 2.5 gallons. So I put the leftover turkey in here. I cut up some and I put it in a pan for us to eat off of, but this is the part I kept in here for today. I don't really my favorite way to do mine is with chicken, but this turkey was very flavorful and I think it's going to be good. So what I have here, this is the carcass along with the turkey that was left on there. So what I do is all the seasons and everything still on there. So what I'm going to do, I don't like bones and fat in my gumbo. If you see my videos, I don't like gumbo or anything with the fat and all that in it. But what I'm going to do, the bone actually has flavor. So I'm going to take the bone. Now this is the skin. I don't want skin in mine, but this skin is flavorful. So look at all that seasoning on there. You could maybe put it in there for the flavor and pull it off because that's thick. You see how thick that is? This is real thin. Really, this here could have been eaten when we actually ate the turkey. It's very thin. But this is how much of it that we had left. The thick skin, I'm not sure. I may ball this, y'all, to get the flavor off. But I made up my mind. This is some of the fat, which is fine. I want some of that fat in there. And you remember, if you saw my other video where I did my turkey, I actually placed bell pepper and onion in the cavity, and that's that. Nothing but flavor for your gumbo. I'm not going to get rid of that. But I'm going to go ahead and drop this in some water. Remember, when you boil that bone, you get broth. So I'll be back. Okay, so let me show you what I got for my gumbo. I had baked some cakes, and I showed to y'all for Grandparents' Day. I baked 2 cakes for the church. And so the lady that's over the youth ministry, because the youth that did it for the grandparents, she told me, she said, I'm going to buy you something because, you know, I appreciate you. So that's what she bought me. She bought me these andouille sausage. Very good, excellent in your gumbo. I got the dry shrimp. I like to put dried and fresh in mine. These are fresh frozen. I bought these a while back for like $5. And I showed you earlier where I got this. These crab clusters were $13.99 per pound, and that was on sale. They're regular $14.49, but I didn't need. We don't eat a whole lot of them, but I just got this much just because I like the flavor. So I got that little pack, and my Mam Papaul's the gumbo mix. This is very good, and I know I haven't come on and cooked any roux, but the other day I made a roux for my giblet gravy, and here it is. And here's the reason why I don't like roux. See all that grease? I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can pour it into something else. I cook a lot of southern dishes, but I try to eliminate that grease. So here it is, and look at the grease that pours off. Because I made it with flour, all-purpose flour, and cooking oil, and basically the oil just came back out of it. So I mean, I'm gonna have the broth off the turkey. So all I'm gonna do is, and you know one thing, for just about all your southern dishes, what you're gonna start off with is what they call it a Trinity. Now it's usually onion, bell pepper, celery. I don't put celery in a lot of my dishes. I do like in my soups, my gumbos, like I don't even put a lot in beans, but you do. Celery is good in beans, but I don't like celery in like my dirty rice. I don't like celery in dirty rice. Of course, I put it in a cornbread dressing, but it's just something about it I don't like it in my dirty rice, so I don't use it for that. So I don't use it in everything, but you know, if you see me cook, you know I use onion, garlic, and bell pepper and everything. So, but here is some of the dishes I'm gonna come back and show you when I get ready to mix up my Trinity. And you know why? Another thing that's good about making this right after a holiday, I got a bell pepper, celery, and all that stuff left over because I bought more than what I needed for Thanksgiving, so that won't go to waste. Because for me, when I buy that and say I cut it up and put it in the freezer, I don't like to cook my dishes with it because they don't taste fresh, and then it kind of draws more water into your dish, if that makes sense. Anyway, y'all, I'll be back because I'm rambling. I'll be back. All right, y'all, so here's the big pot I'm using. And if you make gumbo all the time, some parts of this you may be like, I don't need to see that. Well, guess what? Fast forward, somebody may need my help. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help people. Those that don't need the help, you can, you know, make your choice to do whatever. But anyway, so I'm going to add all of my pieces. Y'all look at all that bell pepper and onion that was down in there. I didn't put any garlic. And I'm going to take, I'm just going to have be a little extra diligent. Yes, I'm going to even use that fat right there. That is flavor. Now, some of that, I'm going to probably end up skimming off a little later. I've decided that I'm not going to use that fat. I just decided that. I don't. The bone. Yes, I'm going to use the bone. That's broth. I'm not going to just say boil it a long time, but I am going to put it in there. This bone. That bone. The butt. A lot of people eat that, but I don't. I'm just going to put all this in here. Yeah, I guess some people would say it's scrap. Or maybe it's a hobo gumbo. Call it what you want, but I'm going to put it all in there. When it all gets through, it's going to be flavor. So, I love to cook. It's not, some people consider cooking to be bothersome. To me, it's where I think and make my mind up on how I'm going to do things and how I'm going to strategize and how I'm going to be a better person and how I'm going to make somebody else's life easy. I do all that while I'm cooking. It's my therapy. Shopping used to be my therapy, but now I got some cards that are maxed out, so I can't use shopping as therapy anymore. I gotta consume another habit. Assume another habit. But anyway, so what I'm doing here off camera, I'm actually taking some water and I'm going to remove the broth out of this pan that the chicken was in. And also out of the bag that the chicken was in. I mean, I'm sorry, not chicken. I'm not cooking with chicken. I'm cooking with turkey. Okay. In the background, you hear some noise. My water. All I'm doing is adding a little bit more water into this pot. Once this water comes to a boil, doesn't have to boil a long time. This turkey has already been baked. It's not like it's a fresh turkey that we're having to boil and all that. Like I said, this is already baked. So after this comes to a boil, I am going to take it off the fire and pull these pieces of chicken and all that. Y'all keep saying chicken. And pull this, pull the meat off the bone, off the turkey. I don't cook with turkey that much. That's why I cook a lot of chicken. So that's why I keep saying chicken. Like this right here. Of course, we're not going to have anything off that we want to eat. But there's seasoning in there. So look how that water's turned already. That's all that seasoning. And one thing you want to watch, like when you're, say for instance, I knew that I was going to want to use this turkey for something else. You have to be careful of the type of seasonings you put in there. Like, I did some jerk chicken and I oven baked it. And you know when you oven bake and you put a lid on, you get a lot of broth. So when my chicken is just about done, or when it's accumulated all that broth, I strain it off and put it up for dishes like this, like for my dressing and stuff, and like when I'm gonna do a chicken pot pie or chicken and dumpling or something like that, just because it has all that flavor, because I use bell pepper, onion, and garlic and all that. Well, anyway, when you, like, I had some jerk chicken and I had the broth off of that. I had to make sure that I put jerk chicken broth on there. I didn't want to put jerk chicken broth in my dressing. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be careful. So with the roasted garlic that I use, garlic and herbs that I use, that's nothing but pure flavor for this gumbo. So that's just going to amp up the flavor. I'm not going to have to use any kind of old chicken broth or chicken bouillon or anything with this. And this is going to be an awesome, awesome, I already know it, pot of gumbo. And if you were here, I would definitely share it with you. But stay tuned. I'll come back and show you what I do next. Also, for those who are interested, I'm going to also drop a few bay leaves in here. I put it in my gumbo anyway, but remember, this broth is going to be used until the finale. So I'm going to go ahead and put a few things of bay leaves in there now. These really not leaves. These things all broke up, y'all, but we're going to just make them do what they need to do, okay? All right. All right, y'all. It's bubbling just a little. I went ahead and put some seasonings in there when I did the bay leaves. See, if you let it come to a boil, it's going to loosen up your meat off the bones and everything. And then that way, if you have any fat, it won't be disintegrated too much. It's a little bit, yeah, I think it's about where I want it. So I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to remove the stuff from it. Let me see if I can show y'all over here. Over here I have my, I got an onion, a couple of stalks of celery, about a half a bunch of green onion. Okay, y'all, so it's at the stage now. I'm going to turn this off so I can go ahead and remove the meat off the bone. And then over here, I have my onion. I have one whole onion. I have like a almost, well, I say a large, small green bell pepper, about 5 stalks of celery, about 4 toes of garlic. Garlic and thyme is what make your gumbo. So I'm going to come back because I need to add the sausage to that and I need to take the meat off the bone here. So I'll be back. I want to show y'all what dry shrimp look like. Here they are. And then once you put them in your dish, they kind of plump up. I'm going to add them over here to our sausage. Y'all see that? To the sausage and the vegetable mix here. I add my shrimp. Sometimes I boil them. I'm not going to do all that this time. I'm just going to add that to that. And y'all, these little andouille sausages, they don't have a lot of fat, but those things are, ooh, they smell. They got like a smoke flavor. She got them from a smoke place where they smoke the meats. But anyway, I've gotten all the meat out of here. Can y'all see? There's nothing but broth left in there, and I use a slotted spoon to get as much out as I could, the bones and all that. A little pieces of meat I let stay in there. So in a minute we'll be adding all this back together. Remember? Now if you happen to get some fat, what happens with that fat as your food is cooking? It floats up to the top. It really does. But you know, it's a lot of meat. This is actually a turkey neck, look like. Maybe they come off the back, I don't know. But it's a lot of meat left on this turkey. And I think last year, honestly, I'm not a big turkey eater. I used to make my mom, growing up, we have turkey salad. We wouldn't have any turkey to go to waste. Last year, I ended up throwing some turkey away. I made a vow to myself and God I was not going to do that. I passed too many hungry people on the street every day to be throwing food away. This is actually the butt. If it's some meat on the butt, we're going to get that too. Okay. Wasn't very much. I don't know if y'all can see me or not. Y'all, let me be honest with you. The reason why, and this may be TMI for some people, but the reason why I don't be in the camera, when I'm home, I'm normally in lounging wear. No bra. I'm just keeping it real because that's who I am. No need of me putting on clothes and perpetrating a fraud of who I am. When I'm cooking, most times I'm very, very, very comfortable. And I want to be more visual though, I do. so we can talk more about things, share some things that I've been through. You know, like they say, you know, let your test be a testimony. What I've been through may help somebody else. And I think that sometimes people want to see you, they ain't gonna really relate to a ghost. That's just like what I say. If somebody want to come on and criticize me or what I do, I'm open to criticism. I really am. Because criticism, that's how we grow. If nobody tells us when we're doing wrong, we don't think we have anything to change. So I'm open to criticism. But I don't want to take criticism from a ghost. You make yourself unavailable, no picture or nothing, but you want to tell people how to do something and then be rude about it. I just think that's coward. That's a coward. And that's my opinion. It may not be yours. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. But we're all human and we all have opinions and we have feelings. Your opinion counts just like my opinion counts. But we need decisions, remedies need to be based on facts, not other people's opinions though. Wouldn't you agree? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and completely take all of the meat off of these bones. That breast has the most meat. I know that's where most of the meat is going to come from. Usually when I do a chicken, I go ahead and ball or bake breast or whatever to go with it. But I didn't feel the need to this time. I still don't. I think I made the right decision. A lot of times we have more gumbo than what we need anyway. I wanted to get back on here and show you something. As I was pulling this apart, this is dark meat. I got to the breast. Can you see the seasonings? And that, if I can see if I can find another part. I mean, it was almost like it was the color of ham. But that's that garlic and herb seasoning on that chicken, on that turkey breast. And that was a lot of meat there. Look, that's the meat that we have left over from that turkey. And that's plenty enough for gumbo. So let me go ahead and add this. I'm going to come back over on the other side and show you how I put it all together. I'll be back. Okay, here is the broth. To the broth, we're now going to add our vegetables. Put it down close so it won't splatter. That's our vegetables along with the sausages as well as the dried shrimp. And the reason why I go ahead and put the dried shrimp now and not later, they need to cook because you don't want them to taste dry and crunchy. Some people actually eat the dried shrimp because they like the crunch on them. So I'm trying to get all of it out. I'm sorry if I'm blocking your view. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is our mixture. Like I said, that's just our, I'm sorry. I haven't added the meat yet. The reason I'm going to wait on the meat, I don't want it to get too stringy. I don't want the meat too stringy. I kind of overcooked my turkey a little, and I don't want the breast and stuff to just like disintegrate and be nothing but, you know, I want some substance to your meat. So I'm going to wait up on that. So at this stage, and I mean, you can do this however, according to your box recipe or whatever, but this is how I do mine. Now, there are different variations. There's your way, there's the right way, there's the wrong way, there's whoever way. But there's no right and wrong way. We do things the way we want in our kitchen, right? But this is the Mam Papaul's gumbo mix with the roux. This is what it looks like. It has dehydrated vegetables in it. So really, you don't have to do vegetables. That's my preference to do it that way. That's my own spin on it. You don't have to do it this way. You can just go strictly by the recipe. I don't go strictly by the recipe and packages items. I messed up my mother's cake that I baked that way though, because I had added too much sour cream. Messed up my mom's cake. So I had to make her another one. Hers came out gummy. Mine, I followed the recipe, mine didn't. Okay, so now I'm just going to add this Mam Papaul. Really and truly, it's best to add it like with water because sometimes this stuff will kind of cake up like this. Remember, it has the roux in it. But remember, I also have some roux I made. This is really not going to take long when you use a prepackaged roux, as opposed to all that stirring. You're not going to have to do all that. But that's the roux. That's this pack here. I paid $2.30 something for it. I had a hard time finding it when we did the gumbo at church, and then we're doing gumbo next month at church. Okay. So we got that. The last thing I'm gonna put in there gonna be my shrimp and crab. Just I have to get them those crabs. Where are they? Oh, in my bucket here. I have to get the crab and clean it. These shrimp are already deveined, so all I have to do is just wash them and drop them. I never take anything straight from the package and put it in my pot. I always wash it. So I'm back over here in this pot. I've added, oh look y'all, did y'all see that bone? And y'all ain't even tell me. I know y'all saw that bone in here, didn't you? Y'all wasn't gonna tell me? Y'all, did I see a bone? I know I saw a bone. I know I'm not crazy. Is that a piece of fat? See? You're gonna find a little fat too. But I thought I saw a bone, honestly. Well, we found a bone while we're getting, look, I think that was just it. I really believe it was. I think I just picked it up again. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Was there another one? Goodness. And I bought one of these things. I've been cooking a long time. And I was watching One Sexy Tina. And she told us about this thing here. You scoop this, put your liquid in here, and when you pour, your liquid come back in the pot, and that grease. I'll show y'all. It's like one of them gonna stay in, the other one gonna come out. I can't remember which one it was. That way you can get all that grease out your food. Some people say you can take and put not celery, lettuce leaf, and it'll make that go away. Or some people put bread out. I just want to do it that way. So I bought me one of those. I ended up with 2 of them though. So anyway, y'all. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to add the roux to this. I'm going to come back and show y'all. Hold on. Just hold on a second. I'm adding some more seasoning. I added Tony's Creole seasoning. This is a big thing of it I got from Sam's. I added that. Granulated garlic. Granulated onion. I bought the other kind that's kind of like dust, but my seasonings are kept close to my stove, and before I get to the end, it's caked up at the bottom. I don't like to cook with it caked up like that. So here's my granulated onion powder. I put a little parsley flakes. Just a hint of accent. It amps up the flavor. Some people say no MSG for them. I did some research and said it hasn't been proven that MSG is harmful to your health. Do your own research. Do your own research, people. Quit believing everything you hear. Research. We got Google now. Everything on Google is not true. But go to WebMD or one of those healthy channels or something like that and do your research. How reliable is the site you're getting your information from? One time on Facebook, I reposted something. I think the message was school was closed. That was from April. We was in August. I learned my lesson. Look, they go. Thank y'all. There go another one. Okay. Ooh, another bone. Did y'all see that? Look, that's what I want to tell y'all about. Look. Oh, where did it go? It's a whole hunk of seasoning. That's why you're not supposed to add it to the hot water. You add it to cold water. I think that may have been a sausage. Here, no, here it is. See, look. That's why you're supposed to add this to cold water, not hot. Because when you add it to something hot, it solidifies it. Remember, it's a thickener. So all I'm going to do is take a spoon. See there? Look at that. And break it up. Because I don't want to follow directions all the time. And I just keep it real. I don't always follow directions. That's why I screw up stuff too. I ain't perfect. But I don't want to be doing all that because I had to get my meat together. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I want to take that my own shortcut. It's going to be alright. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make it do what it do. Alright. So I got that out of there. Anything else y'all see wrong? Okay. Alright. Now, I may end up adding a little bit more water to this. I'm not going to have to use chicken broth because it's very flavorful with that turkey broth, and I hadn't added any water to it yet. Let me get off here. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Here is my roux that I made. I use a cup and a half of all-purpose flour, and I use a cup of canola oil, and that's how I made this roux. I stirred it up when I made my giblet gravy for Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna actually pour. I don't think I'm gonna put all this in there. I'm gonna put some of it though, and I'll be back, y'all. Y'all, I tasted this. This is fire. I'm not lying. That garlic and the garlic and herb that was up in that turkey, it's all up in this, and then that Mam Papaul has everything you need. I still haven't gotten rid of all of my my roux, so that's the reason why. Oh, look, another bone. And that's, I mean, you're going to find it. And then that's the reason why, right here, I'm going to put in some water. About a cup and a half of water, and that's all. Now, I am going to go ahead and add my chicken. My turkey, see? I'm so used to saying chicken. If you see it in this turkey that look extra red, that's that herb seasoning. It's good, y'all. Y'all, my hands clean. Somebody said, ooh, she using her hands. I sure am, because they clean. Do you use gloves every time you cook at home? Man, keep better quit front and be real. Look at all that meat. Look at, God, this is so much meat to, look at that bone. See, that's how my son like it. He don't like all that broth. I usually have a lot of broth, but you know what? This time, I'm not going to add any more to it. I'm going to let it stay just... I may add another cup just because, y'all, remember, I got to still put the crabs and the shrimp in there. So, I think I will go ahead. This wouldn't be for that. Okay. And I ain't never put the rice on, which is okay because I like this to simmer for a while. I'm not going to keep stirring it either because that's what's going to break it up. So because I did add this other stuff to it, I do need to go in and taste it and see what I need, okay? I'm not going to stay on camera. I'll just be adding the things I've already added. But this time I'm going to throw in a little thyme with it. And that's going to be it until I come back and show you when I add the shrimp and the crabs. I'm sorry for this being so long, but somebody may not have ever made gumbo with turkey. It's been a long time since I have. And I just want to help somebody. If you know a way I could do it that'll save time, or a way that you do it, I'm open to accept other people's way of doing things. Because you may be saving me some time. I learned some years ago about browning your roux in the oven. I do that sometimes. It saves me a lot of time and there's no grease. I didn't know to do that, you know, so I'm learning. I'm learning from other people. And that's what I love about YouTube. I love everybody anyway. You know, people, sometimes I know people don't like me, but guess what? I love you. I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so this has been simmering for about 30 minutes. And my crab. I don't add any gumbo filet to my gumbo while it's cooking. You can if you choose to. My experience is it makes it a little slimy sometimes. I don't know if it's because of the temperature or whatever. I don't prefer it that way. Maybe it's the way I cook it. I don't know. That's just the experience I've had with it. And so what I do, I take and break my crab up. And then these are the shrimp, and they're pretty nice size shrimp too for $5 for that bag. Okay. I'm gonna give it a quick stir. I'm gonna let this go for about another 30 minutes, and then guess what? It's gonna actually be done. Y'all, this tastes to me better than any chicken gumbo I've made. So I'm almost tempted to, the next time I make gumbo, to give me a little small turkey and bake it. I'm serious. Because, well, you know what? I can do a chicken and bake it, but I need to take and inject that breast and inject that meat with that garlic and herb, because that flavor is all through that gumbo. It is awesome. So when we come back, I'm going to plate up some and share it with you. Enjoy your day. Much love. Be blessed. All my new subscribers, thank you for stopping by. I want to do a little bit more sit down and talk sessions and just talk about life, current events, any questions you may have. I just want to do things like that. I just want to be more vocal. That's all. So welcome all my subscribers and all you've been with me. It's one lady who used to comment all the time, and I hadn't seen her on in a while. I think her name is Annie Williams. Miss Williams, where are you? The thing about me, you'll know, is if someone is always there and they disappear, I wonder what happened to them. So thanks for all your comments, all your suggestions, all your likes, even your criticism. I appreciate that too, because one guy told me, say, situate, angle your camera better or something. I was like, you know what? Yeah, he was right. When I went back and looked at that pecan candy video, and I'm going to actually make another one too. It's got a lot of views and likes and stuff too, but it does need to be better. Like, this angle is a lot better, because y'all, all this time I had a selfie stick with the what is it? You can raise and lower your camera, and then my daughter had given me a tripod. I can raise and lower that too. So I had what I needed, I just didn't even know it. So now I'm able to get better angles. And so when I do that pecan candy again, you will be able to see it better, because it was bad. But thanks for everybody that's viewed it and who's hung in it with me anyway. I'm humble, I'm grateful, and one thing you'll know about me, I am a very humble person. Much love to you guys. I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so here is our completed pot. I'll fix my sons and I'll come back, because remember I gotta pick out stuff. I'll be back. And I'm gonna taste it for y'all. Here go my little sausage. I got a few shrimp in here, but I don't see them. There it is. There's a dry shrimp there. I just want to taste that broth. Very, very good. I like mine with a few crackers. So if you're gonna make some gumbo, even with your chicken, if you get you some I'm gonna show you what I used on my turkey. It's this roasted garlic and herb marinade. And I amped it up with the roasted garlic and herb grill mates on the turkey by McCormick. Y'all. And don't forget the time. THYME. It is awesome. If you be here, I will share. So enjoy your day again. Happy Sunday. Be blessed.